You're the Spurt back with another video, and I just got out of watching The Wild Robot. Man, this movie has been on my radar for a few months now. I've said like months ago that this is definitely going to be a sleeper hit. One of the best animated movies of the year for sure, off rip. There was just something about it when I saw the trailer that, yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of like 3D animation, but something about this movie, just based on the trailer, just felt special, something unique, something innovative that has been lacking on Disney and Pixar side, where DreamWorks has to come up and just kind of pick up the slack. And I also heard that this movie is the last like in-house DreamWorks movie, so that's kind of big if that's true. And going forward, a lot of the Pixar movies that come out are going to be like third party and stuff like that. So I don't know what that means for Shrek 5, but we're not going to talk about Shrek 5. I just want to talk about this movie in particular. But it definitely does feel like an end of like an era type of movie. You know, you have Lupita Nyong'o that voices the robot in this. The robot goes by the name of Roz. It crashes on this island with all this wildlife, and I really like how this movie just starts off and just the vibe that it gives you. It's very bright, very vivid, a lot of attention to detail in the animation. It almost felt like this was at like 60 frames per second. I don't know if anybody can really notice that, but it just kind of felt like really smooth, very, detailed, just very detailed overall. But Roz here, lands on this island, and it's pretty much a service bot. It's meant to take care of humans, so it's crash lands on this island with all this wildlife, and it has no idea where it's supposed to be going. It doesn't know where it belongs, and that's kind of like the overall theme of this movie. And not just that, but just there's multiple different themes as she stumbles upon this egg, this goose egg, and it hatches, and all of a sudden now these things become attached. And now time goes on, and the longer the robot is around its environment, it starts to kind of adapt. They start to kind of form this bond. It's almost like Roz is becoming a mother and having to understand what motherhood is. It's just taking care of this geese till it's old enough to fly with the other geese that are out there, because it was born smaller than the other ones, so he has a hard time fitting in. And this fox kind of tags along, and they just become this like little family that kind of expands as the movie goes. And you're just learning about, Roz is just learning about its surroundings. It's about discovery, motherhood. There's just parenthood in general. It kind of, that whole saying, it kind of takes a village to raise a kid. That's pretty much what goes on in this movie. And I thought it was really beautiful. And even seeing just the almost human aspect of Roz, and just learning from all these different aspects and different kind of creatures and different animals, learning their environment, helping building things for them, and just learning about friendship and just what it means to be a family. There's just so many different themes going on in this movie that I feel like is really brilliant. And it's a shame that it doesn't seem like a lot of people are going to be checking this movie out, which is it's a damn shame, because it's a great original movie. It has a lot of heart, great voice acting, great visuals. Like the visuals in this movie are very fucking stunning in my opinion. It comes off very unique, somewhat familiar. It kind of follows that trend of what Puss in Boots has done with their animation, and Pixar trying to kind of come up with their own signature style. it's going to be interesting to see how this performs in the box office. Like I said, like I went to go see a 4 o'clock IMAX screening or just show, and not too many people in there, but it definitely got the reactions that it should have if the theater was pretty much full, but it wasn't. I recommend checking this out overall, man. I just think this was a really good story, a lot that not only kids will like, but just adults can really relate to and kind of learn something and take away from the message that this movie is sending. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, man. It's definitely gonna get you in the feels. It's definitely gonna hit you, just with how relatable it is. So yeah, man, go run this up. Go check this out. Make sure this does not flop like Transformers. You know, Transformers is a fantastic movie, and not enough people are going out into the theaters and going to see it. But definitely go take your family to check this out. Let me know how you feel about this if you do get around to checking out this movie. How do you feel about this movie amongst other DreamWorks movies? Let me know. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.